Afternoon, sir.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
Evening, sir.
All right. So we are going to start. Just give me one sec. Is this my chapter 1? It is my chapter 1. All right. So the first thing is that the course is now available on Moodle. So the lectures themselves are available on Moodle. I am not necessarily going to use the same lecture notes that are there, but of course, the information that I'll share is very similar. All right, so when you see when you see my lecture notes, it's not going to necessarily be the same as what. When I say the same, I mean word for word. It's not going to be the word for word. And I will not send you my lectures, okay? The lectures are available you have access to lectures on Moodle, so you're going to make use of those. And as well as I shared with you, they have a textbook there. So let me just go on Moodle and show you what I'm talking about. Let me just open my Moodle account and share screen so that you can see that Moodle it has resources for you. So information that you can use. All right, courses. Are you seeing my screen? Hello, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when I click on principles of marketing, you see course resources. This is the outline. Different things. As you go down, you will see information about understanding marketing and the creation of customer value. So here is lecture 1, additional reading. This is actually a textbook. All right, so you can go there and do some reading. This is lesson 2. It has information here. I think for this one, I'm going to invite Dr. Ho to do a lecture on that. Then we have marketing information system, and so forth. So there are lecture notes there and additional resources for you to use. So I don't want persons to say that they don't have access to a textbook or they don't have access to lecture notes, because the information is on Moodle. All right, my background is a bit noisy. Are you guys hearing the noise? I did buy a noise cancellation.
Yes, sir. We
Very,
hear noise.
I just probably don't know how to use it. How to do the noise cancellation. All right, so please make use of that on Moodle. Information is there, it's there all over. All right. So today we're going to get into the discussion about marketing and so forth. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. And I'm actually share screen. All right. All right, you're seeing my screen, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're looking at chapter 1 or unit 1 as it is called, defining marketing and marketing process. So we're defining marketing and we're defining the marketing process. Very important. Can anybody take can you hazard a guess as to how would you define the term marketing?
Buying
What
and
would you
selling a product.
say that? I didn't hear that.
Buying and selling.
All right, so it's buying and selling of a product.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
So, could it be advertising your product?
So it's advertising. Don't say your. Please do not use first and second person pronouns. So advertising a product, not your product, because I don't advertise, well, advertise products in my capacity, but generally people you use in academic settings, you speak from the third person. So advertising a product.
Very well.
All right. So it says marketing is all around in good old-fashioned traditional forms and in a host of new forms, from websites and mobile apps to videos and online social media. And it's very true. So the learning outcomes. So one, we want to define marketing and outline the steps in the marketing process. Two, we want to explain the importance of understanding customers and the marketplace and identify the 5 core marketplace concepts. We want to also identify the key elements of a customer-driven marketing strategy and discuss the marketing management orientations that guide marketing strategy. And 4, discuss customer relationship management and identify strategies for creating value for customers and capturing value from customers in return. And finally, describe the major trends and forces that are changing the marketing landscape in this age of relationships. And I would say even in the age of pandemics. All right, can you think of a brand or company that offers very good customer service? Can you think of any company in Jamaica that offers very good customer service?
So I would say Grace.
Grace? Why does Grace stand out to you?
Uh, so I just choose Grace randomly.
But there must be a reason why you chose Grace.
Probably
Sir,
because
the Lasco.
You say Lasco. Why Lasco?
All right, because it's reasonable. It's the price is
Mhm.
reasonable, and you can use it from the babies at infant straight up to an adult stage.
Okay.
And
So it's somewhat of a family brand.
and it's very rich in protein. Also,
Mhm.
and very it's a nutritious drink.
And it's nutritious. Yes. All right. Anybody else wants to hazard a guess? Not hazard a guess, but name another brand that offers very good customer service in Jamaica.
Signature Dental.
Talk to me about Signature Dental.
They're always available. Once you call between the timeline, they always return your call. They always have an answer for your inquiry, and you always feel welcome. And yeah, so they offer good customer service. They always call you and remind you before your time for your dental appointment.
Okay. Okay, that's very good. Surprisingly, NWC was very good the other day when I came home, because as I said before, I'm in Jamaica now, but I don't live in Jamaica, and the water was turned off, I think, for the entire complex. And they said that there was some outstanding amount. I paid them outstanding amount, then I paid the quote unquote reconnection fee, and was able to talk to somebody the night, and the person was able to send off whatever instructions or information to the reconnection team. I was very shocked. By the morning, I spoke to somebody else, reminding them about turning on the water. And by the time I got back home, by about 1 o'clock, the water was on. I was like, wow, this is a different NWC. I hope it's not just a one-off, but I was very impressed with the way they were able to add value to me as a customer. And that is in part what marketing is about. It's about adding value to your customers, primarily in a profitable way. All right, so definitions, there are various definitions of marketing. So managing profitable customer relationships. And it's very important that this part says the operative term or word is profitable relationships. In other words, both of you are gaining from the relationship. All right, it's very, very critical. And I think many businesses that were, I thought originally that Digicel used to offer very good customer service. I don't know what happened over time. They seem to have fell off the wagon in terms of customer service. People are now complaining. I've been complaining weeks now. And I'm sure that will eat into their profit margins. In other words, they are not managing or maintaining profitable customer relationships because another competitor in the marketplace, which is Flow, is slowly eating or getting some of their customers. Another definition, creating value for customers and building strong relationships to capture value from customers in return. So when, for example, Apple creates a new product and they educate you about how to use it, sometimes they build in updating features. That is where they're creating value for their customers. But also too, they sometimes they also get feedback from customers about how to improve a particular feature of the phone, probably how to even improve the design of the phone. And when it says capture value from customers in return, it means that the value is not only monetary, but there are other types of values that are being captured from customers. Is there anyone in the class who owns or operates a small business?
No, not me.
All right, no, not seeing anybody who operates a small business. All right. One of the things I try to do as somebody who's in charge of marketing and or supervises marketing and communication is how can I add value to students who are customers. So from my end, I try to provide them with as much information as is possible. Some of the other persons are also have to add value to you as customers, including student affairs, including the lecturers, including the finance department, including the library, including social outreach or work and travel, the work and travel program, or sports or clubs and societies. Those are the various ways of how we try to provide value to you as customers. I'm sure there are areas of improvement, probably many areas of improvement, but we try to provide value for you. And many companies do that. I'm sure you have seen so many different promotions where 20% off, 50% off, or if you buy on a specific day. I think KFC had a major thing going on last summer. I think it was Tuesdays. If you there's a kind of promotion going on Tuesdays where you spend a certain amount of money and you get a certain deal, and this is partly how they, for example, attract new customers, and not only attract new customers but keep current customers and continue to grow their customer base. And I'm not sure if you've ever heard the expression that it is actually harder to get a new, it's more expensive to get a new customer than to keep an existing one. I'm not sure if anybody has ever heard that experience or that expression, sorry. Anybody has ever heard that expression?
No, sir.
Can you think of why that would be possible, or why that would be the case? Why would it be more expensive to get a new customer than keep an existing one?
Sir? Sir?
I'm listening.
Yeah, if it is more expensive because a new customer does not have an experience with the product, so it's harder to convince or to persuade them to purchase or to use the services, whilst the current customer or the existing customer already knows the product, has more information about the product or services. So it's more easier for them to continue than a new customer to start buying or using a service.
Right. And you know that customers go through the buying cycle. So, and as you rightly say, the customer first needs to know about the product, and the customer needs to trust the product and trust the brand. All right. A simple model of the marketing process. So you understand the marketplace and the customer needs and wants. So what you're really doing is satisfying customer needs and wants. And then you design a customer-driven marketing strategy that is constructed on an integrated marketing program that delivers superior value. Very, very important. And that is how you actually build profitable relationships and create customer delight. It's very important for you to understand what I call the customer value chain, that you're really delivering or you're really satisfying the needs and wants of a customer. And when it says understanding the marketplace, this is where you're really doing research. It has to be a research-driven approach to first knowing who are your customers and what are their needs and wants, and then determining how best to satisfy those needs and wants by building profitable relationships. Very, very important. All right, so capture value from customers. In return, you capture value from customers to create profits and customer equity. So there are 5 core when it comes on to understanding the marketplace and customer needs. So you have needs, wants, and demands, market offerings, value and satisfaction, exchanges and relationships, and markets. And it's important, and these things are going to be explained as we progress throughout the lecture. You're going to understand that the marketplace is infused by various concepts or various factors that will drive or not drive the demands, profits, loss, value, satisfaction, the kinds of exchanges and relationships that are built, and the types of markets that are created. So customer needs, wants, and demands, and we get a definition of each. So needs deprived of physical, social, individual basics. In other words, you can't live without these, right? So needs are very important. Can you think of any product in the marketplace that actually satisfies needs, things that people can't live without?
Toilet tissue.
Toilet treatment.
All right.
No, can't live without toilet.
Food.
Without toilet tissue.
So I would say food, yes.
Water.
Water.
Food, water, yes.
Light.
Can't live
Um,
without light.
You can't
I
live
think
without light.
Meditation.
people have been living without lights, yes. What about, so let's look at wants now. Needs influenced by culture and personality. What are some of the wants? Or give me some examples of wants.
Gadgets.
Gadgets. All right. Some persons have to buy the latest phone. They are kept abreast of the trend, and they want to have the latest phone or whatever. Any other thing? It could be a car.
Could be
Clothes,
clothing,
fashion,
yeah.
Could
clothes.
be clothes, right? And of course, people, they have this term now that is primarily used on social media. You look clean, meaning that you have on probably very, very expensive clothing, or you look a particular way that everybody endorses or feels good about. And demand, sum of wants and buying power. And you know, the sum of wants and buying power. So people have wants, but of course it is balanced out by their ability to purchase or satisfy these wants. The market offerings, right? So we have, what are the market offerings? Products, services, experiences. All right, and marketing myopia. Can you, I would want you to, what would you, give me an example of an experience as a market offering. Give me an example of an experience. Okay, we're silent. Give me an example.
Repeat.
Give me an example of an experience as a market offering.
Where you see them say buy two and get one.
No, that's not a marketing experience. Buy two and get one is a product. That would be a physical product.
Okay, sir.
So we have product. Give me an example of a service. Let's go from the easy to the hard.
School, because that's a service this guy selling.
All right, so offering degree programs or
Right.
masters or whatever. Right. So what would be an experience?
The experience is the challenge that we face, and the teachers are not so nice to us.
Those are not experiences.
Like,
So what about like those places that offer like bowling and stuff like that? Would you consider that experience?
Right. So you're talking about a place that offers, well, it could be that bowling would be a service, but I'm thinking about like a Disney World or a Sanders Hotel. Remember, no, what they sell are what? They're selling what? An experience. Is not necessarily the place they're selling. They're really selling what? The experience. Sun, sand, sea. Come here, come to Jamaica and feel all right. Are they not selling an experience? Hello?
Yes, sir. Is it, sir, like the
Yes,
airline?
sir.
Like the airlines, they're selling an experience. Talk to me about that one.
Yes, because sir, when you experience it, it is a feeling that you won't forget, as a bad experience or a good experience.
Exactly. Has anybody ever gone somewhere and had an experience that is unforgettable?
Definitely, definitely.
Like when you're going on
Yes, sir.
vacation.
When I went to Choco Cove, it was an
Okay.
experience I'll never forget.
All right, there you go. So it means that one, you might become a customer and you might become a brand ambassador. In other words, making recommendations to other people to actually go there. So yes, for the marketing myopia, this is where when companies pay more attention to specific products that they offer than to the actual benefits and experiences of the products. All right, so some companies, in other words, they're focusing on the product itself, focusing on the products themselves, than actually the benefits of the products and also how the products themselves can add to the customer's experience in terms of satisfying either a need, a want, or a demand. All right. Customer value and satisfaction. How do you create customer value? How do you create customer value? And what do you understand by the term customer value? How do you create customer value?
Sir, by satisfying the customer needs and wants in the same breath and the demand.
Right. So
And showing them because you want to keep them, you don't want to lose them, because without them the company or so won't go through our
yes, you're very much on the right path.
Sir,
Yes. Yes.
another way is to ensure that whatever services or product that you're offering is world class or it's the best. You do your best to ensure that the service or product is one that once the customer use it, they'll have a good experience. So you're adding value.
Right. Yes. In other words, it's really the benefits that a customer gets from a product or service when you subtract the cost and effort that they invested. So, you know, some customer will say, why should I pay $13,000 a night to stay at this hotel? It could be that they don't see any what? They don't see any value in spending so much money. In other words, they don't see any benefit because, in other words, when I spend this money, so I'm going to be quote unquote at a loss, but will I benefit from that? So it's really the benefits a customer gets after subtracting all the cost and effort involved in buying a product or a service. All right. And of course, customer satisfaction is how pleased a customer is in comparison to what they originally expected. So, you know, people say the place shot, or that I have to go back to the place, or I have to go to dance every year, because they are very satisfied as customers and they place high value or high premium on a particular product, service, or experience. All right, exchange, another core concept, exchange relationships. How is marketing a relationship? How is marketing a relationship and a relationship of exchange? How is marketing a relationship of exchange? Yes.
Sir, in the relationship, because it's that interpersonal relationship, and it all starts from communicating to satisfy the customer needs and wants. So it's all and so when you have a relationship with them, you know how to satisfy their needs and wants as well.
Right. So there is a relationship between marketing suggests that there's a relationship of exchange, because I am providing you with something that is going to satisfy your needs, wants, and desires, and you're going to provide me with profits or with a purchase, right?
And or sir, to revisit the establishment again.
Right. So I want you to continuously come back to this restaurant, and even in a marriage, I want you to remain in the marriage. So it's an exchange. It means that both of us are benefiting from the relationship. So marketing suggests that there's a beneficial, and this is why they keep saying it's really satisfying the needs, wants, and desires of customers in a profitable way. Because companies have to make a profit in order to remain viable. And the final one, market. And market is kind of very simple. We're talking about a place where product, goods, and services are exchanged. Most times the money is used as the medium of exchange. So buyers of a product, I would also say sellers of a product. It's not just the buyers, but markets, you have buyers of a product, you have sellers of a product. I would also include in this as well those who are considered to be the suppliers, or the what I call suppliers, And I'm thinking also too about the whole notion of supply chain management, that kind of thing. So common wants and needs satisfied through exchange. And this image kind of shows or gives an example of how the various types of exchanges that happen. And we see the big, what I call the medium of exchange, or that which is used to exchange a good from a producer to a creator, being money. And of course, prior to money, there was a kind of barter system. And in some cultures, there's still a barter system where you would give something instead of money. And there are companies that do that too, like a pawn shop. Sometimes a pawn shop will do an exchange instead of you exchanging money. All right, so a modern marketing system, sorry. I want, just look at this for me and tell me exactly what you think is happening in it. What does it mean to you when it says a modern marketing system? What exactly is happening in this system?
So it's like a chain, it's like a process that
Give
you
me
have
one
to
sec.
go.
All right, so what do we have here? We have these, who are these persons? Are these things?
Manufacturers.
So we have the manufacturers, right?
Definitely.
Right, people?
Yes, sir.
And eventually, whatever the manufacturers are producing will reach the consumers. So the manufacturers sometimes supply go directly to the consumers, or there are what I'd want to call intermediaries before it gets to the consumer. So you have a company that does their own marketing and convinces the consumer to buy the product. And of course, the manufacturer also supplies the competition, because so it could be that all of you are buying from the same supplier. They also have to do their marketing and resell to the consumer. Sometimes there are, let me just look at something. Sometimes there are internal notes here. All right, not yet, not ready for that yet. That will be in our tutorial. All right, so think about mutual value. So marketing is both a process and a cycle. The process involves identifying customer needs and developing products to satisfy those needs. The cycle involves, there's somebody, let me just mute everybody because I'm hearing some feedback. Can you mute your mics, please? Thank you. Let me just, where am I going? Right. So the process involves identifying customer needs and developing products to satisfy these needs. The cycle involves a mutual value generated between buyer and seller. So think of a recent purchase you have made and identify the value delivered to you and returned to the company from whom the purchase was made. Think beyond the mere exchange of money for the product. We don't have to get into that because some of these things are going to come out. So designing a customer-driven marketing strategy. Designing a customer-driven marketing strategy. And this is where marketing officers and marketing managers come into play. You have to now sit down and become a strategist of how is it that you are going to satisfy the needs and wants of your customers, what kind of customer value chain you're going to create, and how are you going to add value along each leg of that quote unquote chain. So marketing management, choosing target markets and building profitable relationships with them. Finding, attracting, keeping, and increasing number of customers by providing value. Let me ask you a question. Let's use ECC as an example. What types Who do you think we target? Who do we target as customers?
Students.
All right, so that's wrong. What do you mean by students? What exactly do you mean by students?
Prospective students.
So
No,
you still have to give me, you need to be more specific than that.
Persons who want to come attend the school.
Still need to be more
New students
specific
who want
than
to
that.
attend the school.
students between 18 and 16.
Between 18 and 60. So you think we go for, but that would be one market. That's not how we target persons. You have to break up the market.
Yes.
So we're
Sir,
talking
sorry.
class persons, high school.
So hold on.
So it would be persons who want to go in different area of study.
So I think the wide public is Excelsior's target. The wide
So no market, listen
public,
please.
the public and our all to me.
Are we listening? Are we listening?
Yes, sir.
No marketer goes after the public. You will actually lose. You don't go after the public, you go after segments in the market. You can't go after the public. You can't. Some companies sell to everybody, but not us. Because first of all, we're not really selling. We're trying to attract persons to come to us. All right. So one, we go after high school students between the ages of 17 to about 19. That's one segment. That's just one segment. Two, we go after working professionals who do not have an associate degree or a bachelor's degree. That's a different segment. Three, we go after mature students who might not have the certification, but have years of experience. That's two, that's three. Four, we go after persons who are business professionals and who need higher certification. That is for our master's program. Five, we might go after persons who want to change their careers from one area to another. We also go after decision makers. They're not students, but they influence the purchasing or where our customers end up. Parents and guardians. You understand now? So you don't go after everybody. We go after different segments in the marketplace. Do we understand now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And this is why they say what choosing target markets. That's why it says choosing target markets. In other words, there might be 10 different markets, but you might not go after all of them because remember, original definition of marketing is what? Building profitable relationship. And if it is that, if there are 10 segments in the marketplace and you can only build profitable relationships from 5, then you're only going to go after what? 5. And sometimes you can build profitable relationships with all 10, but it still doesn't make any sense to go after all 10 because your most profitable relationships are with 3. So you might just go after 3 segments. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I think about it this way. I'm actually trying to go into wholesaling because a good friend of mine owns a wholesale and he's encouraging me to go into it. And he said to me that all you need, you don't need a lot of customers, like people walking into your wholesale. All you need are 5 very good customers, persons who are going to spend like 100,000 per week or more. Because if you have 5 customers spending 100,000 per week, that's $500,000 per week. That's 2 million per month. Do we see that? So it's very important that you identify the segment in the market that you're going to be introduced to the whole notion of targeting, segmentation, and positioning. You identify the segments in the marketplace and you go after the ones that you are able to build profitable relationships with. All right, and it says finding, attracting, keeping, and increasing number of customers by providing value. So the more value you provide, the more customers you can retain and the more customers you can attract. So I give you another example. We are now trying to get our master students to go on work experience, international work experience, or international internship rather. That's a big way because many of the other schools are not doing that. Our competitors are not offering their students international internship. That's a big thing because everybody wants to go foreign, right? So that's another way of how we provide value to our customers. First, students want to travel. So you say to them, okay, we're going to create opportunities for you to travel, whether you go on the work and travel program, whether it be that you get an international scholarship, or whether or not you get the opportunity to do a one-year international internship. That's another way of how we provide value for our customers. All right. Designing a customer-driven marketing strategy. Winning marketing strategy is formed by answering, what customers will we serve? That's your target market. And how can we best serve these customers? All right. How can we best serve these customers? We can best serve them through creating memorable experiences so that they become brand ambassadors and they become returning customers. Market segmentation, and I was actually just talking about market segmentation. So dividing the market into groups of customers, and I actually mentioned that earlier, and targeting them, selecting one or more segments to serve. In other words, just mentioned it as well, you might have 10 different groups of customers, but you only target 2 or 3 because your intention is to build profitable relationships. Not just build relationships, build profitable relationships. That is key, that you're building profitable relationships. All right, value proposition. This is very important. Very, very important. And if you don't remember anything in marketing, you must remember value proposition. The benefits promised to deliver to customers. The benefits promised to deliver to customers. And it differentiates brands within the marketplace. All right, I'm going to give you, put it in the breakout room, and I want for you to, I want you to find an ad that actually has on it the benefits that the customers will gain from the product or service. Does everybody understand?
All right, yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to put you in the breakout room. You're going to find a product. You're going to find an ad that has the benefits promised to the customer or to the consumer. All right. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes. So let me put you in I'm going to stop share, put it in the breakout room. I have, let me see, right. All right, so please, I've opened the breakout room. Can you go into the breakout room for me, please? Remember to share a screen. One person who can share a screen. Please share screen, not one person who can share screen, but select someone who can share screen. Anna K, Francine. Anna K, you are not in the breakout room. You haven't gone into the breakout room.
Sir? 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 Mr. Clark. So, Mr. Clark, are you hearing me? Come in another mic. Mr. Clark?
Yes, hello?
Sir, what you say we were supposed to do, I was not at my computer, only saw that I was to go in the room 3.
Yeah, then why
Hello,
didn't you
Mr.
go?
Clark.
Yeah, hold on. I can't be talking to two persons at the same time.
Just
Why
get to
didn't
log on.
Yes, why didn't you go into the room?
So I went in the room and I was talking and nobody was responding, so I don't know what I'm to do.
All right, hold on. Just hold on.
I was
Okay.
asking. Okay.
Please mute your mics.
Sorry.
Sir,
Yes.
I was in group with some other students and I end up here. I was in group with Estriana and Diane.
I don't know who I'm not sure. You need to know how you ended up here. I was not the one that put you here. I
No, I'm
opened the
not
breakout.
saying that, sir. I'm asking if you could put me back in
No, I've closed the breakout room already, so we're going to go back into the session.
Okay. Because I only see 6 persons online, that's what I'm saying.
All right. We should all be out of the breakout room. So room 1, Francine, Priscilla, and Vanessa.
I didn't know what was.
Can you just hold on? Can you hold on, please? Room 1, Francine, Priscilla, Vanessa.
Okay, so I'm going to share the screen.
Okay, go ahead. Thanks.
Oops.
Alright, it's a wrong screen. Nothing.
Yes.
Careful.
Okay.
We're not hearing if you're, remember that you have to turn on the audio.
I did turn it on, sir.
Well, we're not hearing anything, so I'm not sure.
Okay, let me turn it up.
It's not the volume that the issue. It's not the volume that is the issue. I don't think. Stop sharing and reshare for me, please, because I don't think you check the audio on Zoom because we're not hearing anything.
Face each day with intensely moisturized.
You hearing it now?
I am. We are. At least I am hearing it, so I assume the others are.
Okay.
Face each day with intensely moisturized skin from our unique blend of natural oils and a distinct fragrance that expresses your allure. Soft and smooth, radiant skin that shows you at your very best. Let your glowing skin speak for you. Amara Hand and Body Lotion. Release your inner glow.
All right. So what is the value proposition, or what is included in the value proposition? Talk to us.
Crystal, I will tell you more about that, sir.
I mean, sir, I'm not understanding what you're saying. What are you saying?
I just asked you the question about the ad that you played. I'm asking you, what is the value proposition? Remember, that's
It
what
is
the, yes, go ahead.
all right. It is showing what is that? The benefit of the product and what the product can actually do to your skin. When you use it, you see a
Stop saying
difference.
you. Remember, I just told you when a customer uses it.
When a customer use it, it's you can see the difference after using the product. It gives you a
It gives
smooth.
you,
It gives the
Give the
customer.
customer.
It gives the customer feeling that is smooth. So
who,
that customer will be satisfied at the end of the day.
who would you say is the segment they're going after with that ad? What segment are they going after?
Like like adult.
Anybody wants to try? Anybody in and outside of that room? Who would you say is a segment that they're going after?
Sir,
Mhm.
persons who have dry skin.
So it could be
And
persons who have dry
yeah,
skin.
yeah, and
Yes.
persons who have good skin but just want to continue to maintain their skin.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
And
those,
probably African American women or Black women who have
right,
dry
right.
skin or who want to maintain their skin. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that, Tamaya. All right, thanks. Room 1, room 2, Diane, Estriana, and Tamaya. Go ahead for me.
Hold on, sir. I'll have to share the screen, but I'm using my phone, so bear with me, okay?
How does it feel when you got that feeling? You got the flavor you love. How does it feel when you got that feeling? You got the flavor you love. How does it feel when you know you're not dreaming? There is nothing above.
How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you savor the flavor, the feeling you get when you taste every bite?
So good when you dance all night. So good it tastes just right. So good the place to be. So good it's KFC.
All right, talk to us.
Martin, my friends.
You need to, yes, talk to us now. Room 1, room 2, sorry.
Yes, sir. KFC, right? And what we're seeing in the video is that um, parents and children are having fun, is having a good experience as customers.
Mm-hmm.
And well, they would purchase the item and they're having a blast. As you can see, the experience is great.
Mm-hmm.
And so the product and the services was as is targeted for customers to have a good experience, and they are having that, as you can see in the video,
Okay.
the
So
commercial.
so remember, it's not a service, it's a product, because chicken is a product,
Right.
right? Right. But that's a very, very good, just mute your mic, Tamaya. That's a very good explanation. So it's in other words, this product brings about joy among family members. So it is going after family. Persons with children, children like to eat. So if you really want your family to have a very good time, then of course this KFC, I think it's the chicken or whatever it is, will make them have a very good time or a memorable experience. So very good explanation, Tamaya. All right, room 3, Anake and Latoya. Go ahead for me.
Just a moment, sir.
I hope you don't intend to play all of this video. For 3 minutes long. All right, you can pause and explain.
All right, so that would be the aloe vera face mask where we'd use it to have glowing skin, clearer skin. If you have like scars and so it will eliminate the visibility of it.
All right, could you repeat, please?
All right, so that would be the aloe vera face mask, a face mask. It is pertaining to you having a glowing skin, cleaner skin, a healthier looking skin to get rid of spots and blemishes.
Who is it targeted to? What's the segment in the market they're going after?
It would be towards all type of skin actually, because anybody can use the aloe vera face mask and it will work. Um, it will go towards mostly the younger females would tend to gravitate towards it, along with the middle-aged persons who are feeling as if they don't want to look old.
All right.
Hello?
I would say you have to be careful in saying that. Remember, I said earlier that you're not talking about going after the public. So one, you should be going after persons who are very health conscious. All right, so you'd be going after persons who consider themselves to be health conscious or health advocates. So they use natural products. Persons who are interested in using natural products, whether it be in their tea or on their skin. I'm not sure about younger persons. When you say young, I don't know what young means, because in marketing you'd have to specifically tell me if it is like between the ages of 18 to 24 or 25 to 26. You have to kind of be very, very specific. So I would say it's more a very health conscious or health driven individuals who would make up that segment in the marketplace. All right. So thank you very much, room 3. Room 4, but give me one sec. Give me one sec, people. All right, go ahead, room 4. Room 4. Okay.
Now, put an end to all your hair fall problems. Introducing the fastest way to stop hair fall, Ayur Wonder Hair Oil. The unique blend of herbs in Ayur Wonder Hair Oil stimulates the roots, stops hair fall, and promotes natural hair growth. 100% natural and certified by dermatologists. Ayur Wonder Hair Oil. Experience the miracle.
All right, let's hear it.
So our target audience is persons who are suffering from hair loss and requires or who needs assistance in causing growth and for their hair to come back and to stop certain things. It is certified by the dermatologist and it's good for your hair. It's natural. All ingredients are natural. So that's our target audience, persons who are suffering from hair loss.
What are the benefits of the product? Because remember, we're focusing on
It stimulates hair growth from the root and it stops breakage.
I heard other things. But if you just remember only to remember, we are looking at value proposition, people. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to teach you the language of marketing, because when you're writing your paper for me, you have to speak in the language of marketing, all right? So I expect you, for example, to use the terms like value proposition, and the benefits of the product include, and of course, Narda, you were saying most of what I wanted to hear in terms of the segment that they're going after in the marketplace. It seems as if they're going primarily after women. And you, as again, that's, you need to be a little bit more specific. That seems
But
to be
it wouldn't be
women.
primarily women because women are not the only one who suffer from hair loss.
I agree with you, but men don't go out buying products because of hair loss. You remember we said that marketing is about what? Going after the segments that you can get the most profits from. And in this case, the most profits would not come from males. It would come from women, because men don't go out. I'm a man, I can tell you, we don't go out buying products because of hair loss. We don't do that. That's not how we, our women might buy it for us, but we are not necessarily going to go into, oh, you know, my hair is breaking or my hair is falling, well, let me buy products. We are not like that. That's not how men are designed. Understand?
Understand, sir.
Yes. All right, let's take a 5 minutes break, okay? Okay, everybody. So those who need to go to the bathroom or whatever, let's take a 5 minutes break.
Hello, is anybody in class? Because I'm not hearing anybody.
So give us a third.
Or just give him a minute.
All right, guys. My apologies about the long. I took more than 5 minutes, but I had to sort out a matter from current slide. So we were looking at value proposition. You guys are hearing me? Just confirm if you're hearing me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Right. Thanks. So the benefits promised to deliver to customers, that's really what we were talking about. And then it talks about value proposition now is more about how you differentiate your brand or your brand from your competitors in the marketplace. Let me ask you something. If you were to use Excelsior as an example, how do you think Excelsior distinguishes itself, for example, from Portmore Community College or UCC or any other post-secondary institution? Or what are some of the things that it can do to differentiate itself in the marketplace?
Sir, the different courses that they offer, that
But
those,
technically, everybody offers the same programs.
or maybe the payment plan or something.
Everybody offers payment plans.
So the price.
Pricing, yes. So pricing could be one thing that you use to differentiate yourself in the marketplace. Any other thing you think that it could be used to distinguish?
So the chance you get the products or service.
What do you mean by that? We're talking specifically about Excelsior. What do you mean by products and services?
Oh, Excelsior. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear Excelsior.
Anything else? All right, so I just want you to bear in mind the whole notion of value proposition, all right? Very, very critical.
Sir,
and yes?
Could you say the lecturers?
Well, if the lecturers, yes, that's one of the distinguishing features. You were about to say, go ahead.
No, I was saying the lecturers, they are completely different. They have different teaching styles. You have some lecturers really spend time with students to ensure that they grasp whatever they are teaching and ensure that they pass the course. Not every college of lecturers like those.
Okay. Although one of the problems I think is developing among students too is that they expect lecturers, some students, to spoon feed them, not realizing that this is a post-secondary institution where you are reading, as they tell you, you're reading for your degree. Some students want you to send them lecture notes, send them links. They have no interest in terms of discovering information for themselves. I have an issue with that because when I was a student, I learned a lot through discovery. I actually always try to give a different definition that is given to me by my lecturers. Not that it's going to be very different in terms of content, but I try to kind of come up with my own. So it goes both ways. So yes, the lecturers, but I think also to the international opportunities that are available to students. You don't find a lot of colleges pushing that. We try to push that in the marketplace, that we offer our students an international experience through work and travel, international internship, and international scholarship, as well as international programs offerings. All right, so the marketing management philosophies, I'm not sure if you've ever heard about different schools of thought. That's how you can think about them, that has evolved over time to about discussions relating to marketing. And I want you to watch this video for me that is going to explain to you the different philosophies or conceptual frameworks that guide marketing over the years. I'm going to stop share because in order for you to hear this, I need to stop sharing for you to hear this. I suggest you take notes on this. This will be coming on. I'm going to give you a multiple choice pop quiz next week, Monday, on Unit 1 to ensure that you're constantly reading. So please take notes. And it's actually on
evolution of marketing concept.
Just give me a sec. I'm going to share screen.
There are 5 marketing philosophies or concepts that have evolved over time. These are production concept, product concept,
are you seeing my screen?
selling concept, marketing concept,
and hearing,
and societal.
were I know you're seeing my screen. Are you hearing? Were you hearing? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Marketing concept. Evolution of marketing concept or marketing philosophies. There are 5 marketing philosophies or concepts that have evolved over time. These are production concept, product concept, selling concept, marketing concept, and societal marketing concept. So let's start with the first one, the production concept. The production concept says that consumers would favor those products which are widely available at an affordable price. Those companies who believe in this philosophy think that if the goods and services are cheap and they are made available at many places, there cannot be any problem regarding sales. Keeping in mind the same philosophy, these companies put in all their marketing efforts in reducing the cost of production and strengthening their distribution system. In order to reduce the cost of production and bring it down to the minimum level, these companies indulge in large-scale production. However, this is not the best concept to adopt. Its greatest drawback is that it is not always necessary that the consumer every time purchases the cheap or easily available goods or services. The next is product concept. The product concept found that consumers would favor those products which are superior in quality, features, and performance. Those companies who believe in this philosophy are of the opinion that if the quality of the goods or services is of good standard, the customers can be easily attracted. The basis of this thinking is that customers get attracted towards products of good quality. Keeping in mind the same philosophy or idea, these companies direct their marketing efforts in increasing the quality of their product. This is not the absolute truth because it is not the only basis of buying goods. The customers do take care of the price of the product and its availability. A good quality product and high price can upset the budget of the consumer. Therefore, it can be said that the quality of product is not the only way to the success of marketing. Selling concept. The selling concept is focused on pushing the product to the market. Those companies who believe in this concept think that leaving alone the customers will not help. They think that goods are not bought, but they have to be sold. Keeping in view the same concept, these companies concentrate their marketing efforts towards educating and attracting the customers. In such a case, their main thinking is selling what you have. This concept offers the idea that by repeated efforts, one can sell anything to the customer. This may be right for some time, but they cannot do it for a long period of time. If you succeed in enticing the customer once, he cannot be won over every time. On the contrary, he will work for damaging your reputation. Therefore, it can be asserted that this philosophy offers only a short-term advantage and is not for long-term gains. The next one is marketing concept. This philosophy is focused on understanding the needs of the consumer and satisfying them effectively. Those companies who believe in this concept are of the opinion that success can be achieved only through customer satisfaction. The basis of this thinking is that only those goods and services should be made available which the consumer want or desire and not the things that you can do. In other words, they do not sell what they can make, but they make what they can sell. Keeping in mind this idea, these companies direct their marketing efforts to achieve customer satisfaction. In short, it can be said that it is a modern concept and by adopting it, profit can be earned on a long-term basis. The only drawback of this concept is that no attention is paid to the social welfare. The last is societal marketing concept. This concept stresses not only on customer satisfaction but also gives importance to customer welfare or societal welfare. This concept is almost a step further than the marketing concept. Under this concept, it is believed that mere satisfaction of the consumers would not help and the welfare of the society has to be kept in mind. For example, if a company produces a vehicle which consumes less petrol but spreads pollution, it will result in only customer satisfaction and not social welfare. Primarily, two elements are included under social welfare: high-level human life and pollution-free atmosphere. Therefore, the companies believing in this concept direct all their marketing efforts towards achievement of customer satisfaction and social welfare. In short, it is said to be the latest concept of marketing. The companies adopting this concept can achieve long-term profit.
All right, talk to me. What are the different concepts, marketing concepts, the different philosophies behind marketing.
Production concept.
So the first one is, what's the first one called?
Production concept.
And what is the production concept about? Let me go here. When you say production concept, what does that mean? Anybody wants to take a guess?
Sir, what I have written down here, it says if goods and services are cheap, then it's good. Like persons, they would think that persons will gravitate to goods and services if it's cheap and readily available.
Right. So and they're include and they do a lot of mass production. So think about this kind of concept usually is used by companies during like Christmas period. So they make a mass production of cheap and available toys for children and things like that. All right. But remember now, you have to look at the pros and cons of each marketing management philosophy. What about the product concept? What does the product concept include or involves?
So to increase output, increase the goods that you put out there.
Stop saying you. I've said to you guys before, stop saying you, because I'm not the person putting out any product out there. So please speak from the third person perspective. Talk to me, people, about the product concept, and remember to mute your mic if you're not talking.
Sir, the product.
Good quality products, high price.
So good quality products, high price. So quality, it's really speaking to where a brand or a company makes high quality product and believe that the superior quality of the product will attract customers or will attract consumers. But sometimes that is not always the case, because it might be of good quality, but it might not be available, one, and two, it might be too expensive for the consumer. All right, so there are instances in which it is very good. For example, Apple products, they are very superior in quality and they do attract customers regardless of if it is expensive, because persons want quality products. But they're saying that there are drawbacks to this particular type of concept. And don't think that any company embraces any one area of marketing, or any marketing officer or marketing department embraces any one at any given moment. Sometimes you embrace one at this time, depending on the nature of the product or service, and ignore another. What about the selling concept?
The selling concept is the selling of the goods. To ensure that the goods are being sold and it doesn't stay. Yes, sir?
Not really.
Sir.
Yes.
Market, ensure that the market is good. Educate your customer.
So in the selling concept, they are really pushing the product or the good or the let's say the product or the service onto the marketplace. So they feel that if they educate the market or inform the market about the product through repeated advertising or repeated marketing, then this and of itself will convince the consumer to buy or use the good or service. All right, what about the marketing concept? Hello, I'm listening. Marketing concept.
All right, sir. So the marketing concept
to
do with customer satisfaction only.
Right.
Satisfying the customer.
And how does a brand or how does a company go about satisfying a customer?
So it does its research and find out the customers' wants and needs.
Yes. And then does
Primary
what?
aim is to fill that wants and needs.
Okay, all right, fair enough. What about the societal marketing concept? Societal marketing concept. This actually is one of my best. I like this area of marketing. I actually like this type of philosophy. And actually somebody, one of the ads that was showing during the class activity, class presentations actually involved the societal marketing concept. Anybody remember societal marketing concept?
Yeah.
Yes?
Basically making decision of the thing that the customers want.
No, that's the marketing concept. I'm asking about the societal marketing concept.
Sir, to
Yeah.
determine the needs and wants, you can say interest of a target market.
That is the marketing concept. I'm asking about the societal marketing concept, the last one. It's not the same thing as this. Societal marketing concept. Anybody remembers that one?
So it have to do with consumer satisfaction plus social welfare.
Right. So it's more primarily about customer satisfaction plus societal welfare. In other words, you're ensuring what I when I was doing my when I was doing my postgraduate diploma in Canada, I used to call it ethical marketing or environmental marketing, where you take the welfare of the society and people involved. Because remember, the using the marketing concept does not necessarily mean that it will benefit the society. It might cause harm. For example, there might be a need for you're trying to satisfy the need for transportation, right? So you build cars, but it could be that the cars are causing what? The greenhouse gases to increase, contributing to global warming. So what you're doing now, you're ensuring now, embracing the societal marketing concept, you're going to make what? Let's say call them green cars. What are the types of cars that they're building now that are environmentally friendly?
Electronic cars.
Electronic cars, right? So in other words, the brand is embracing the societal marketing concept, and you see a lot of products even being stamped to say that this is organic or anything like that. Those are what we call societal marketing concepts, or the company is embracing the societal marketing concept, giving confidence and protecting the environment and the resources in the environment and so forth. All right.
Mr. Like the eco bags.
Like, there you go, like the eco box, things like eco bags, things like that. You find that a lot of companies now are cause driven. All right, very, very important.
Sir, even Jamaica would not seem to us take a step well. As in
Yeah, go ahead.
Eliminating the plastics.
Eliminating plastics. So some companies now are no longer putting their products in plastics or anything that is considered not environmentally friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're not going to go through this because the video was easier to understand. So these slides are really getting into discussion about that. Right. This is a term I was looking for. Couldn't remember it. Sustainable marketing. That's really what it is. Where social and environmentally responsible marketing that meets present needs while considering future interests. Right. All while achieving profitability. Right. I was trying to remember the concept sustainable marketing. It's actually an area that I have an interest in going in. So not going to get into that. The other thing now that we want to discuss is the marketing mix, and the 4 Ps are product, price, place, and promotion. All right, and we're going to have a discussion about that. So we know the product, we're talking about the features of the product, the quality of the product, how the product is branded, how it is packaged, if there are services offered, and whether or not the product have warranties. I know Jamaicans, we have warranties out here, but I don't know how good we actually, if those warranties really make sense. Also too, the other thing is the price. We're talking about the pricing strategy. That's something that we're going to discuss in. You have different types of pricing strategies. You have penetrating. Yeah, penetrating. I don't remember all of them, but I remember that one because that's the one that I think that most companies use, where you enter the market. If you're a new product, you enter the marketplace with your product or service at a lower cost to attract customers. And when you get those customers, you slowly increase it over time. The place, we're talking about the channels, the location where you do these kinds of things, and promotion. Of course, we're talking about the different types of promotion, such as sales promotion, advertisement, public relations, direct marketing, and digital marketing, which is not here. Everybody understands that, right? Wasn't going too fast. And this is really getting into the same thing: product, price, place, and promotion. So customer relationship management, profitable customer relationships, very important. Building, not just building, but building and maintaining profitable customer relationships by delivering superior customer value and satisfaction. All right, so when you think about, let us say that you're thinking about to go to an amusement park. Let's not say Jamaica, because Jamaica is so limited, but let's say you're in another country. There are so many different amusement parks. You're going to choose one, and then you're going to say, okay, which one am I going to go to? And then you start looking at price. Then you're going to look at the experience. And this is what they're talking about when they say delivering superior customer value and satisfaction. Deals with all aspects of acquiring, keeping, and increasing customers, which we spoke about already. And of course, we're talking about this under the auspices of customer relationship management. We're talking about customer perceived value, which is the customer's evaluation of the difference between all the benefits and costs of a marketing offer relative to those of the competitors. In other words, what are the benefits and costs of your good or service in relation to or in comparison to your competitor? Should I choose you over your competitor? And then as the marketer now, you need to give them a reason to choose your product over your competitor. All right. Customer satisfaction, the extent to which products perceived performance matches a buyer's expectations. What does that mean? So consumers have a certain perception of a good or service. So they say, okay, if I buy this thing, it's going to satisfy this need. But if it exceeds that, all right, if it exceeds the customer's expectation, then of course, we can say the customer is satisfied. So looking at this, meets expectations, loyalty, exceeds expectations, advocacy, meaning that you become a repeat customer for loyalty, but advocacy means that you start recommending other people to start using this brand. So it says JetBlue, this is an example. JetBlue creates first-rate customer satisfying experiences. Its slogan, "You above all," tells customers that they are the very heart of JetBlue strategy and culture. But of course, you can have a very good slogan, but is that the experience of customers? Anybody else ever used JetBlue?
Yes.
What's the experience like? Do you think that this slogan, it might have changed, but does this slogan stand up to your own experience with JetBlue?
For me, with JetBlue, the ride is smooth. However, the which one was it?
The food
you know, live up to it because they delay and all them food are so wonderful and all them things.
All right, so delay, and we're talking about the cuisine is not the best.
Not the best.
Right.
And also,
have you ever used a different airline that you'd say is superior to JetBlue?
Definitely, but they are no longer in service. Here Jamaica.
Which one is that?
Here Jamaica.
Oh Lord, I certainly don't agree with that. But anyhow.
You agree with that?
Hell no. Even Caribbean Airlines, they are the worst. They charge me for almost every God Almighty thing I want to see what if I bring in barrel to Jamaica. I'm like, please. I'm like, no more. I told myself never again Caribbean Airlines. I'm very sorry.
Air Canada bad too. Them always a delay. Come on.
Air Canada?
Yes. Yes.
I like Air Canada, but Air Canada is not the one that I prefer. What's the other one called? You remind me some of the airlines. I can't remember all of them.
I was on the WestJet.
Hell no. Not WestJet. I think it's V. Is it V? I'd have to go in my email.
Virgin.
Which one? Is it Virgin? I think it's Virgin, you know. Is it Virgin? I think it's Virgin. I usually have a very good experience. They're always on time. Sometimes they arrive before time, but Caribbean Airlines, no, not Caribbean Airlines at all. They're not that good at all. I'm sorry, but even though I'm Caribbean, but they don't live up to expectations at all, at all, at all. All right, so firms build relationships at different levels. So one, they have certain strategies. Of course, there are times. Do you know that? Or let me ask it this way: have you ever been given a kind of a sales promotion or like a discount based on the fact that you have spent so much money with a company? Has anybody ever had that experience?
No, sir, but I
Yes,
have
sir.
had.
Discount.
Well, or let me say that there are some companies, how they build their loyalty, they give you points. So like some of the airlines too, they give you points based on the number of time you have traveled. Some of the persons, the banks, local banks, they give you
Sir,
points,
Shopper do that too.
give you points
Yeah,
based on
shoppers
the
here.
number of time you use your credit card.
Yeah.
What's the local loyalty card thing called in Jamaica? That one you go to the supermarket and they ask you if you have.
I'm not sure when if there's
GK
a
value.
name, but you have one, you have a
Have
Magna.
G,
one for
Oh Lord.
island GK.
Right.
Mhm.
and you have
I
a Shopper
I know
one.
Magna, and
The
Magna is the worst. One year they sent me this thing saying that I should come and collect a check, and I broke my neck, go down the place. You know how much money there was on the check? $200 plus them misspelled my name. I was livid. I just got rid of Magna. I said to them, I don't want nothing to do with Magna. $200. Me drive my car with gas, go pick up a $200 check. I was livid. I said, you know what? No Magna at all. I have no Magna, none of those things.
Sir, you have the progressive card too that Shopper's Fair use.
I never really go Shoppers Fair. I was Shoppers Fair there again.
What is?
Where are they? I don't know Shoppers
All
Fair.
over, all over. But I
Sir,
guess
so
you go
you
to
try
Price
poor
Mart.
people place at that
No,
one.
I don't go to Price Mart. I'm closer to Lee Supermarket, so I don't go to
Here the
Price Mart.
sir, what you say? Here where you gone? Lee's supermarket.
No. I found out though, that lease is way too expensive. So no, a good friend of mine is actually a police officer. And he owns a wholesale. He's the one trying to get me to wholesaling, and I now order from him. So I find that I remember one time I ordered something, a set of goods from him, and it came up to 5,000. And I said, if I'd gone to lease, this would be about $10,000-15,000. And I said, I've learned my lesson, so I've cut back. And food is way too expensive in Jamaica. When I'm in Canada, I don't spend so much money. In Jamaica, I spend like crazy for food. In Canada, I spend like $100 and I'm good for like a good week or two. But I tell you, Jamaica is very expensive. All right, so engaging customers. So customer engagement marketing. This is important, especially on social media, where your customers can share things, where they can comment, where they can give feedback on your a product or so forth. So share it up. Social media campaign give larger discounts to customers who shared Earths coupons with social network friends. And companies do this a lot to engage your customers and also to retain their customers, because they want their customers to feel as if they are a part of the family and that they care about them. All right, it's very, very
Sir,
important to always give discounts and all of that. Yes, go ahead.
I recently have an experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw on the internet, Instagram, that a store was selling jeans for $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
So me say, wow, 1,500, and I heard from other persons that the quality is very good. So me say, "Make me go," and I went. When I went, the person that was selling told me that the price is like 2,000, 3,000, 3,500 for the boyfriend jeans. So I said no, but on the online you guys told me it's $1,500. So the guy showed me some stuff, some jeans over the other side, and he say if you come about the website, these are for 1,500. Good quality still, very good quality. Them look very good. And you say once you come about the website, then you get it for 15. But if you come out, just come, you get it for other price. So that is like you get a discount just because you saw it on Instagram.
Oh, that's good. That's actually good because it means that you are now going to tell your friends about it on Instagram. What I would have done is for you to actually come with some kind of number or something to verify that, yes, you saw it on Instagram and you're going to get the discount, because it means that I would be increasing the traffic to my store. So
Yeah,
that's actually a very, very good
what
promotion.
he did though, what I told him though to convince him was that a particular, what do you call it, person, them famous Instagram, what you call it, model or something. So I saw it on their website and I said, oh, so yeah, social media influencer, whatever them call it.
Okay.
So when I called the person name, he said, oh, and then him just give it to me for that price.
Okay. All right, guys. So I must run. I have another class. I think this is a very, very good class. You guys are getting into it. That's really, really good. Just remember, we're going to continue on Wednesday. We'll finish up Unit 1 and probably start Unit 2. And then on Monday, we're going to use, you're going to do your quiz on Unit 1. Everything that we're talking about, there will be no surprises. It's just for you now to go and digest the information. So have a good evening, everybody, and I'll see you on Wednesday. When we
So we're
continue.
getting a quiz on Wednesday?
No, not Wednesday. Next week, Monday. I'll give you the weekend to study.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye.